Hi Grant, how you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, very well, thank you, mate. How's it been this week? Obviously, after last weekend's disappointment.
It's been a positive week. Like I've said before, win, lose or draw, we come in and we work and we plan towards the next game. The players have been great. They've reacted well. Obviously, we're all disappointed to lose the game in the fashion we did last week of a set play. But we've worked hard this week, and we want to try and go and respond to Birmingham.
Have you seen a lot of fighting spirit amongst the lads? Because it's really up against it now with games running out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, every game's important. We've got eight big games left. You're right in what you say. They are running out, but we want to make sure we have a positive reaction. That's the most important thing. So, we've done some good work this week, both on the pitch and in the analysis room and stuff like that. So the players are well aware what they're coming up against the weekend. It's going to be a tough game. Birmingham had a really good result at West Brom. They've got two forwards who can cause anybody a problem in this league, so we have to be good defensively.
Yeah, they looked hard to break down against West Brom, did Birmingham, but you'd imagine they'd be coming out a bit more on Saturday, so potential to pick them off maybe on the break.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a certain way of playing. A lot of it, is around the two front players, Jukovic and Hogan. So we need to try and stop the service to them, stop their supply. We need to make sure we're good, we're organised, we know what we're doing, we haven't got the ball. And we've worked a lot on that this week. But on the other side of it, when we get it, we need to make sure we hurt them and try and create as many possible opportunities as we can and try and take them chances when they come along.
Have you got a fit squad to deal with this week, Grant? Have you had any?
It's been a plus, really. With obviously Reece has got another week's training under his belt, which is good. And one or two others who were a little bit short as well. So, it's difficult because most of them's come back in a good place, but some of them it takes longer to get going and get their sharpness back. So, we've had to just go easy on one or two and just make sure we get them up to speed that way. But yeah, everyone's come through the game. There's no injuries, which is good.
It's been well documented, hasn't it? Players moving on, leaving at the end of the contract. So you need these players to stay fit, don't you?
Of course, we need everybody fit. The games are coming thick and fast now, and it's only going to get more relentless really when we go into Thursday's game against Middlesbrough, and after that it's just relentless. So it's going to be important to try and keep the whole group fit, because we don't know when we're going to need them, when we're going to need to call upon them. You never know what happens, in terms of these tests that we're having twice a week. And for example, we'll be travelling to Birmingham tomorrow before we probably even get the results of the test today. So anything can happen. We need to be calling people, and they need to stay ready and focused.
It's relentless, isn't it? The schedule now, and especially with the weather as it is, it must be really tough to keep these guys at top level.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said last week, and it hasn't changed. The boys have looked after themselves really well, and most of them are in a good place. Obviously, we've got people coming back from who haven't played in a long time, like James Scott, for example. He's coming in January. Obviously, got injured, and it's 5 or 6 months before he's last played a game. So it's not easy. It's not easy to get them up to that. You can give them as much training, as much in-house games or friendlies as you want, but it's the competitive games, and that's the ones that's going to hopefully hold them in better stead. But we've been working hard on ones who have missed training. Like I said, like Reece, like James Scott, people like that. We worked hard on them this week, so they can be closer to us.
How hard is it for you as well? Because I can't imagine there's much time for anything else apart from preparing a team for a game. Can you think about recruitment for next season, planning for next season yet?
Not particularly. I mean, we've got, obviously Lee works very hard on that behind the scenes, Lee and the scouts, and we speak to him quite a bit. But it's really just focusing on these games, making sure we stay in this division. That's the main priority for us, and we've got 8 games to do that. We know it's down to us. It's what we do. It's not about who Barnsley play or Charlton play or Middlesbrough play. It's nothing to do with that. It's what we do, and we have to make sure we react positively what we did against Charlton. I stand by what I said. I thought for large periods of game we were in control and possession, but we lacked that killer edge. We lacked that ruthlessness. We need to find that. We need to get that back, and we need to be more aggressive in both boxes, both defending set players, attacking set players, and when we go forward.
Granted, it's another team, but Middlesbrough have made a change this week. They've brought in Neil Warnock. Do you see them having a bit of a bounce from that, and a wily head in there at Middlesbrough?
I don't know. I've no idea. Not really my concern. To be honest, I'm not being rude. It's not my concern. My only concern is making sure we're okay. Making sure we do what we set out to do. We've got 8 games to stay in this division. That's what we've got. You know, everybody's chomping at the bit. The boys are looking forward to all these games. The challenges that come ahead, they're all tough. Every single one of them is a different challenge. And we'll look to go and try and put a response on from the disappointment of last week.
Top man. Cheers, Grant. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.